Yo, what's up, YouTube? It is your boy Steve-O, Rideshare Rookie, coming at you. All right, guys. Um, very exhausted, very tiring, long day. Come home a little early because of a migraine. I made decent money today, I can't lie. I told you guys in the video that I uploaded this morning. I think it was this morning, right? Yeah. I wanted to show you guys something that I found yesterday. You guys might already know about this. And I probably only found it because I did reach gold status with Lyft. So basically what you're going to do, we'll come back here, you're going to hit your picture. You got everything over here on the left. You're going to go to Lyft Rewards. You know that Jimmy up in Chicago, Uber Shy Guy, he's in his channel name's in the description below as well. He's a beast. He made a video, and I'm sure he's at the toppest level, which is platinum. But they apparently get cash or something back. I don't know. All right, so anyway, you're going to go to your Lyft rewards once you hit gold status, and it basically says keep your rating at 4.9 or higher and earn 170 more points to enjoy gold rewards. Before I get into what I want to show you about the ratings and what people say and what you can see, I want to show you kind of what the rewards are that you do get. One of them is obviously my favorite, trip duration. This is really the only thing that I care about, right? It basically says that my acceptance rate is 82%. Accept more rides to increase it. It needs to be at 90%, guys. And Lyft, I've noticed, will take you down dramatically. And I mean dramatically. If you if you decline one ride, that's for a fact. And I think Uberman Tampa made a comment on that. Get an additional destination filter. I have this. So I do have 3 filters on Lyft. And believe me, guys, I take advantage of that. You get to save on car services. I'm not going to open that. It's pretty much like Uber. TurboTax, I do the free one anyway, and discounted Allstate roadside service assistance. Get special rates, blah, 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 include fuel delivery, lockout flat tire, dead battery services, restrictions apply. I'm sure you have to pay something. I'm not going to get into platinum right now. Well, we'll go over the platinums real quick. Get 2 additional destination filters. So instead of the 2, you need 600 points, 4.9 rating. So instead of the standard 2, you get 4 total. That's pretty good, guys. I made a video on how to save your filters. Nobody's really giving me any feedback except for the people in New York that don't get filters. Okay. So if you guys can give me some feedback, if that's working for you, remember, and I didn't say this in my last video, you start the ride. So if you set a filter to downtown Orlando, you get a ride. Before you get to that destination, you want to go into, especially on Uber, you want to go in there and remove, right? Lyft, it's a little tricky. I don't think you could do it. You could probably do it in between rides. So let's say I get a ride from my house. I live about 35 minutes from downtown Orlando. And that's usually where I set my filter every morning because you want to get all those rides, right, guys? And it also will give you airport rides by doing that. But let's say I get a Lyft ride and it's 3 minutes up the street. I'll go ahead, or let's say it takes me a little bit further into Orlando where I want to be. I'll remove the filter and it actually saves it. I did it today again. But I don't want to spend too much time on that. Free federal with it, turbo, and then again the roadside. So they aren't really offering you a lot with the extra platinum, except for the filters. That's something you want to take advantage of. Points, basically, you get points for every ride you take, especially on the busy times. You can see this trip here Saturday at 7:30 at night. I got 17 points for that one. Look at this one. At 11:10, I got 19 points. So the points do add up quicker than Uber. I will give Lyft credit on that. And then last but not least, let's talk about the ratings. Right now on Lyft, I'm a 4.94. I know that I did get a bad rating with the guy that threw up in my vehicle. I didn't make a video about that, and I'm not going to. The guy got sick, threw up, called me kind of a racial slur. I took it that way. And yeah, he gave me a bad review. So basically, pro tip here is obviously people have probably complained. Try matching your passengers' energy. Are they more chatty or less? Excuse me, guys. Do they need a quiet car or want to crank the tunes? All right. So what I do real quick before we move on is I leave my radio off and I ask my rider, hey, if you want the radio or anything, just let me know. Right. But these are your compliments you're gonna find, and I found all this last night, right? Um, Good driver, I got 82, clean car, above and beyond, friendly, and you can scroll and it'll just tell you what the passengers basically said. Now, if you go to see all, here I want to show you the bad one I got. This one right here. My driver fell asleep. I'm glad Lyft doesn't deactivate you based on these false claims, right? Because I did not fall asleep. I know my body. I know my limits. Never happened. Um, in this particular case, when a rider rates you, it is one of the prompts, believe it or not. I don't know why, but this was the guy that basically threw up in the car, probably trying to get a free ride. And we're going to go over that in just a minute. But you guys can see it's all star, road champ, dispatcher comment you're driving and tipped you, blah blah blah. It won't go and show you all of them, but it'll show you most of them. But the last thing I want to talk about is learn more about ratings, about your driver rating. You guys can play around with it. Unfair ratings is a important one that I wanted to talk about. It says drivers may occasionally have passengers who rate poorly when drivers may not deserve it. For example, when a driver rightly refuses to let passengers bring open alcohol containers into the car. If you suspect a passenger may rate you poorly due to circumstances out of your control, use the comment box while rating the passenger. After the ride to tell us anything you think is important. These comments let us see your side of the story and we'll investigate later if needed. All right, so what they mean by that, and then not to skip ahead here, but basically it gives you tips on how to write, how to give a proper rating, flags, feedbacks, um, about your driver rating. So there's all kinds of little things in here, guys. I know that if you're not in gold status, there is still a way to access it. I believe you would go, yeah, it'd be under your feedback, same thing. Or no, I'm sorry, not your feedback. If you don't have Lyft rewards, if you're not gold, there's a box there. I forget the name of it, guys. Sorry. All right, so let's go back to the home screen. And what we'll do here, didn't have the best day on Lyft. What was this ride? Earnings. So, I'm trying to remember this ride. So this ride here was, yeah, they were okay. So we're going to go ahead and rate them. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was the one I already gave her a rating, and this one did deserve it. She had a really bad attitude, and she was rude. I gave her a 1-star, her attitude and rude. It's already been submitted. It says you'll never be matched with someone who has rate 3 stars or lower. Let's see. Let's go back. These guys were cool, so we'll give them a good rating. 3 passenger, 5 stars. Just for example, we'll do, so it says park car to add more details. I'm sitting on my patio and my porch, guys. Anyway, so we'll just go ahead and write, excellent riders. What else can we say? Enjoyed the ride. Enjoyed giving you. All right, and then we're gonna hit submit, and that goes to Lyft. What I want you guys to understand here is that Lyft sees these comments. So, for example, the rider that I gave this one to with the attitude and the rudeness, I will get an email about her. And Lyft will basically say in the email that, hey, thank you for providing the feedback, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, guys, that's my TV, which yeah, also tells you that I'm home. Let me just pause it. And I want to show you guys one more thing. Because I did get something back from Lyft. Let's see. Go back down to the rider. This one. This is the one that made the mess in my car. And Lyft did pay me the cleanup fee, which is good. And I will tell you guys, this particular ride, they did ask for an invoice, which I was, no problem. Here's your invoice. So you can see they charged me $161.92, which is what I did pay, to get my vehicle cleaned. So then I'm not gonna make a big video about it, but basically Lyft did say that they need like a quote or an invoice. It doesn't mean you have to pay for it because I did not have this type of money to pay for. So what I did is I went ahead and I cleaned it myself the best I could. And then I waited for Lyft to pay me, and once Lyft paid me, then I went to the detail shop. I was able to go there and get the quote from the detail shop and submit it, and then they paid me. But let's get to where we were. It's not available. Basically, the point I was trying to make on this video, or on this rating, is I gave him a 1 star. I told him that he made a mess in my vehicle, was rude, disrespectful, and called me even like a racial slur. So, all right, guys, that's all I got for this one. I don't want to go too long. I don't know where we're at on it. And if you guys have any questions on Lyft rewards, ratings, anything like that, how to find them, shoot me an email or leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And that's about it, guys. I am exhausted. It's been Monday, and I think I'm just gonna relax and get back at it tomorrow. So, all right, guys, check the description below. Make sure you use the Get Upside app. Save a lot of money on fuel. And yeah, hopefully y'all staying safe out there and making some good money. So we'll get you in the next one. All right, guys. Hopefully this helped you. Again, any questions, you know what to do. So, all right, guys. I'll get you in the next one. Later.